So Justin Germino here from DragonBlogger.com, and I'm here comparing the microphone sounds from the Logitech G Pro X, which I'm on right now, to the Neweer condenser mic, which you can kind of see right here, this condenser mic right here, and I'm comparing it with 3.5 millimeter TRS from the XLR to TLS, as well as to the USB, to see how it sounds in comparison to the blue mic on the Logitech Pro X headset. So let's go ahead and cut over to some audio sample clips so you can hear what they sound like. So first, this is the Neewer mic, which is going from the XLR to the TRS, or 3.5 millimeter jack adapter, and I have that converted over to USB since the 3.5 millimeter port on my laptop's broken. So here's how it sounds like. This is a test of the Neweer 700 microphone plugged in from the XLR into the 3.5 millimeter adapter. So in continuing, I have the microphone about 12 to 15 inches away from my mouth. It's facing the right direction. It's hanging upside down. You could see in the picture or the video that I'll show you how it sounds like. Again, I'm using this adapter that I bought, which is pretty interesting because it allows a separate 3.5 millimeter for the mic and for the headset separately and converts it to 3.5. But the XLR is plugged into it, and my next test, you're going to compare this audio to see if I can do direct XLR to USB without doing a converter to a 3.5 millimeter to a USB to see if it sounds better. Okay. That didn't sound too bad. Let's go ahead and now try it with the USB adapter. There's one I'm testing now specifically for you to see is this adapter, TRS to USB, is the one we're looking at right here. Goes right to USB. That's the one that you just heard. Now the one we're testing is we're doing a straight XLR cable, which is XLR right to USB, without needing to do a 3.5 millimeter adapter. So that's what we're going to listen to next. Let's hear how that sounds. So this is now the microphone sound with 100% mic volume on the Neweer with the XLR to USB, skipping the 3.5 millimeter TRS to show how it sounds. And this is me recording with AJC or acoustic gain control on to see if it increases the volume compared to with AGC off. So as you can see, it's probably a little louder, probably a little more clear, although I still found that other adapter with the 3.5 millimeter TRS seemed to have better and louder microphone volume doing the 3.5 millimeter to USB versus going to XLR to USB directly with whatever sound chip is in this device. But we'll continue our testing. Okay, you notice how it sounds much louder, much better with AJC checkmarked and turned on. It was extremely low volume with AJC off. There's not a lot of controls with this mic when it's plugged into just plain USB. So even when you're using a Phantom Power for a power source, you may want to use an external sound card that allows you to manually adjust the gain of the mic volume, because without having a sound card that you could plug the mic into that gives you those extra gain controls and those extra controls, you're not able to take advantage of the condenser mic. But I want to see if I would lose some quality of mic if I plugged into my 7-port hub, which I have an AUKI 7.3.1 hub, and I want to do a test to see if I lost any mic quality using that same adapter, but going to my hub instead of directly into my laptop. So let's hear how that sounds. Now we're testing the same Neweer microphone with the XLR to USB adapter, but I'm trying it through a 3.1 USB hub instead of directly in the laptop. So it's now going through a hub to see if it sounds any different going through a USB hub into the laptop. Again, AJC is turned on. It's 100% mic volume. I don't have any sort of software or whatsoever doing any noise gate filtering, background noise filtering, or anything like that. I don't have Nvidia Broadcast or any other filtering software whatsoever. I don't have the Blue Voice, which I use for Logitech G Pro X. So what you're hearing is the raw Neweer microphone with an XLR to USB adapter directly. As you can hear, there's pretty much no loss in sound quality whatsoever on the mic between using the hub or not using the hub, so that's good. But you're listening to Logitech G Pro X now. Now I do have Blue Voice enabled, and I have some noise gating and some filtering to add the background noise. So I've got some features from the Blue, mic and the Blue software on the Logitech headset, which helps reduce some of the background noise, amplify the mic volume. So the Logitech G Pro X headset sounds better to me than the Neewer mic, but that's because I don't actually have a sound card to allow me to directly control gain. If I want to install Voice Meter or some other software, I could probably manipulate and get the Neewer mic to sound almost as good. If you have the Nvidia Broadcast software and you can adjust the quality and the background noise removal, you can probably get it to sound equally as good. I mean, we're talking about the Neewer condenser mic. Is that whole kit's like $45, and this headset alone is almost $150. So it's not a bad mic at all, but it just going to take some extra software and some extra finagling to get a little bit more out of it, I would think.